far from home in this place he didn't recognize or understand, and as the afternoon rain started to fall, he knew he needed to find shelter. That's quite sad for Buddy. Desperate to find a safe place, Buddy curled up in the canopy of the last tallest tree, listening to the heavy rains pattering around him. When the rain stopped, he wove the leaves and branches together to make his nest for the night, before falling into an exhausted sleep, unaware of the noisy machines continuing their work below. The cool morning air awakened him, and looking down, he saw a wasteland around the base of his tree. Not a single leaf, nor a plant, not an animal, insect, or bird was left. Fallen trees surrounded him, with their trunks and the life they contained upon them, stripped bare. And there is Buddy. Can you guys see him? He's looking quite sad. I hope there's a happy ending for Buddy. Buddy stared in dread as a giant, dirty, spluttering beast whirred into life beneath him and started to clear a path through the ruined trees, ripping them apart and throwing them aside. Anger now flooding his body, he clambered quickly down and raced along a fallen tree trunk, hopelessly trying to stop this thing from destroying his home. There's an illustration here of Buddy running up to the machine because the rainforest is his home and the humans are cutting down all the trees. The driver saw Buddy and instantly shut the machine down. At last, an eerie silence fell around the desolate clearing, yet fear continued to haunt Buddy as he realized people were coming. He climbed over the jumbled logs, stumbling and struggling to get away, not feeling the sharp sting that caught him on his side. Buddy slowed and gently fell to the ground in a deep sleep as the tranquilizer dart the vest had used started to work. The men working on the palm oil plantation had seen Buddy asleep in his tree that morning and had called the orangutan rescue center for help. The kind vets knew that Buddy would be scared and confused by the diggers and the noise. They also knew that they would have to move him to a new home, far away from the destruction caused by the machines. As Buddy slept, the vets carefully placed him into a strong wooden crate in the back of their truck. They drove for several hours, and it was almost dark before they safely arrived at the rescue center, where they gently checked him over before he woke up. So here's an illustration of the vets who help animals helping Buddy. Buddy shook his head as the smell of fresh fruit reached his nostrils, slowly stretching his powerful body and feeling his strength returning. Venturing out into the cool moonlight, Buddy hungrily finished the fruit, leaves, and honey which had been left out for him. He heard other orangutans softly calling around him, and comforted by their presence, Buddy settled down to sleep, eager to meet his new friends in the morning. So this is getting better for Buddy. Things are turning around. Can everybody still see? Are we doing good? As the sun rose, the rainforest burst into life with the noise of millions of insects, birds, and animals. Buddy was eager to explore the large forest tallest trees, free to swoop and swing, to climb and to chase. Once again. There's Buddy. He looks so happy. What a great ending. Buddy finally got released back into the rainforest. But let's read these closing thoughts. Did you know there are 3 types of orangutan and all species are critically endangered? This means that they could become extinct unless people protect them and their habitats. Orangutans grow up to 1.5 meters tall, about the same height as a year 7 student. They have a huge arm span, up to 2 meters, which is taller than most teachers. Me? Orangutans spend their time living in the trees and rarely come down to the ground. They make nests in the branches to keep them safe from predators, such as leopards and tigers. Their favorite food is a horribly stinky fruit called a durian, which tastes a bit like sweet, cheesy garlic custard. I don't know about that, you guys. They also eat leaves, bark, flowers, honey, insects, and vines. Orangutans are very flexible and can put their legs behind their heads. What? That sounds funny. The males can also be very noisy, making loud, long calls, which can be heard for miles around. They can have fairly long lives for a mammal, over 40 years. 40 years! That seems so old. Baby orangutans will stay with their mothers until they are about 7 or 8 years old. Their mothers teach them everything they need to know, such as how to find food, make their nests, and how to protect themselves. As adults, they mostly like to live by themselves. These beautiful animals are really clever and use tools, such as sticks, to scratch their backs. My, that is clever. Get insects out of trees or break open nuts. Some orangutans use big leaves to clean their faces or even make an umbrella to keep them dry. Well, they are certainly clever, aren't they? Okay. This part here says be a wild tribe hero and help protect rainforests from being destroyed. Reduce. Buy only what you need and use less of what you buy. Stop using single-use plastics such as plastic bags, straws, and drink bottles. We do that here, class, don't we? No plastic straws, and we bring reusable bottles, right? And we refill them. Yes, no plastic bottles. Reuse. Use things over and over again until they wear out. Yes. Recycle your rubbish at home and at school. Yes, that's right, class. We do our recycling here, don't we? Yep, right over there. You got it. Okay. Lots of things can be remade into new products, such as recycled paper. Yes, Stephen. Yeah, we have our bin of recycling paper over there. Yes, we do. Yep. You are correct. Very nice. Look for labels on foods that contain palm oil. Try to find alternative products that use sustainable palm oil or are palm oil free. Consider supporting a charity that helps look after orangutans. Tell other people about the problem of palm oil and deforestation and help spread the word by making posters and writing letters to save animals like Buddy. Emma, did you have a question? Oh, I think that's a great idea. Oh, we certainly can do that. What do you guys think about that, class? Yes, we could make posters. I think that's a great idea, Emma. Thank you for that idea. Your actions will make a difference. Roger Duffy's Lucky Escape, Marley's Tangled Tale, and Nelson's Dangerous Dive. So maybe we could also read those at some point, class. Maybe one of you will want to pick one of those out for me one day. How you can help Buddy and his friends. One way you can help protect animals like orangutans is to write letters to companies who are contributing to the problem of deforestation and palm oil. When you are writing your letter, always be polite and respectful, as you are more likely to get listened to. Here is an example of one way you could write a letter. If you need